Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Team Grothendieck weekly status meeting. Today is the 27th of February. Okay, so first little bit of news is that this course that we've all been on for the last many weeks is finishing this week. So this is the last week. So we'll be back to some business as usual and trying to finally get the plan for the 1.1 release. I think it's going to be earlier rather than later. And as I've said before, the focus will be on some of the performance around fast syncing and so on. So just in terms of feedback from the community, I haven't heard or seen anything lately. The last thing, excuse me, I'm just going to turn up this microphone. We have been in contact with our community manager and trying to make sure that that his sync is working properly. And I mean, one of the issues that we have there is that it is a very low spec processor, and so that's not really helping. But I think that he has managed to sync the wallet and is using it now. But we'll double check that later when we get a chance. In terms of the Bootstrap, just to let everybody know, there is a new Bootstrap created as of this morning, and an updated checksum on the website. So if anyone wants to fast track their dataless synchronization, they can just go to the wiki, click on the link for the Bootstrap download, check the checksum is correct, and then unzip it to the LevelDB folder as indicated on the wiki, and it should take a couple of hours just to get the whole wallet up and running. So that's updated as of today, and I expect we'll do another one next week as well. Okay, so that's, I guess, the feedback section. If there's any other feedback out there, we would obviously be delighted to hear it. We're actively looking. So yeah, feel free to contact us either on the forum is probably the best place to reach out. Okay, Conrad, over the last week, I think you're still working on some of the performance issues. Can you let us know how you've been getting on?
Yeah, I was working mainly on improving the pruning mode performance, as it generates a lot of overhead and a lot of additional EO actions. I managed to proceed to with the same approach as the NuGet, that having a memory pool and committing all changes to memory pool and pruning them and flushing them when it's full, yeah, to the disk. And first benchmarks which I constantly take show that it has great potential of improving this pruning performance without the modification of the algorithm itself. So
okay, and then the implication is that if the process fails or the power goes down,
yeah, then we lost lost a little bit of work done. Yeah, it's still to be defined how how I will manage this work loss, but yeah, this one implication of it.
Okay, and this is related to the pruning, which is a performance issue that we would see in the steady state. In other words, when the client has already performed the fast sync and has switched to regular sync, right?
Yeah. Our pruning algorithm is, I don't know, quite inefficient in terms of our DB, because LevelDB isn't optimized really for the random reads we are constantly making to update our reference counts. So it's really adds a lot of overhead. Yeah, it's takes more space than our VM running, so it's a lot.
Okay, and this is sorry, the overhead is in disk space or in memory?
No, overhead is our CPU. Yeah, so okay. We are wasting more time in pruning than in our VM. This is.
Oh, I understand. Okay, I'm with you now.
yeah, needed to
Okay,
formulate.
okay. So that's I mean, that's good. Just I mean, the reason that that's you know, the way that we approach that in the first place is the way that we approach basically everything, which is to first get a version that is functional and works properly, and then try to work on the performance of it. So just in defense of the fact that it is currently quite inefficient, we just tried to make it, you know, stable and solid and working first before we try to tune it. So the time has come now to tune it. So that's in the steady state. And I just want to go back, Conrad, and talk about the fast sync improvements. I mean, last week we talked about bringing that down quite significantly, and I just want to check that we're happy that those improvements are solid now. I mean, we can talk about roughly a 24-hour fast sync. Is that fair?
I think it depends, of course, of the network connection, because the main factor in the fast sync is network. Yeah, but on my machine it was improvement on my net, which it was improvement from 3 days to 24 hours. Yeah, so there is quite a big thing, and it's mainly because of the tuning on some parameters. Yeah, like throttling, which was set unusually high.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, in any language, I mean, no matter what the machine is, I guess that improvement is quite significant. And just, I suppose, to reiterate that all of that, even if it is slow, is sidestepped by using the Bootstrap database, which is still probably the fastest way to get up to date. Okay, so those are those two areas, and then for the next week, Conrad, you're still basically. Are there a lot of PRs outstanding currently?
I think there are several ones in the repo, because the team is with other tasks, so there is several of them outstanding.
Right. Okay. All right. So thanks, Conrad. I guess just to recap then, performance improvements have been happening. We've updated our Bootstrap database. When we all get off this course next week, there will be some concrete dates around the next release. The next release will definitely be before the difficulty bomb reactivates. So in one of the ECIPs, the difficulty bomb was postponed for a while. I think it's due again in May. It's due to reactivate in May. Is that everyone's understanding?
Yeah, it's probably to go on block 5,900,000. It will be around the May.
Okay, great. So we'll since that ECIP has gone through and the guys have disabled it for Geth, we will do the same. So that'll also be in the next release, which, at the risk of repeating myself for a third time, we'll plan concretely when we get back. Okay. I think that's it for this week. Does anyone have any comments or anything else to add? No. Okay. Thanks very much, everybody, and speak to you online.
Thanks. Bye.